Alright, these videos are a long time coming. And they all have to do with entertainment. I'm going to try to get these out today. And I'm just going to smash them all together. Now, we're going to start with the movies. So, I promised you guys I would do a movie review for Terrifier 2, a part 2. And this is part 2 of the movie review. Now, thinking about it more clearly, Terrifier 2 is about a clown, a killer clown, that he's immortal because of the mask. However, he is a demon clown, where Pennywise is an alien clown, and Pennywise and Art the Clown are similar, but they're a little bit different because Art the Clown is so sadistic that there'll be Pennywise would look and be like, that's messed up. So, he comes back to life after dying, and apparently hell, where he's from, is sick of his stuff. So he's like, we need to get you out of here because you're just way too sadistic. He is too sadistic for hell. He goes on a killing spree again, but someone from the past who actually almost killed him before but died had gone and made all these drawings and stuff in a book that was given to his kids in Art the Clown to show about how he was like he could tell the future. And there's a whole thing about it where his daughter gets the power from his costume that he designed for her, and supposedly she might be the only one that can beat the clown, but she doesn't know that yet. Her brother knows it, and they're orphans, and it's a sad story. Some things really going well for it were, it was a good movie. I give it, I'll tell you my review after, my rating after, but in the first one it was more mindless, killing and stuff, and didn't really have a storyline. There wasn't much to it. This one, however, actually develops a storyline and develops their characters, whereas the last one, and Hallows Eve, when she was first introduced, is more just your normal average film. But this one, they actually developed their characters more. So Terrifier 2 actually does really well with the character development. My critical points, I would say, are it's a little way too long than it had to be. It's 2 hours and 18 minutes. It didn't have to be that long. And there are times where it's that's a little bit too much. It's very violent. They were probably pushing for it. But all in all, this movie made so much money off of a Fathom event that it stayed in for 3 weeks. So, I mean, it obviously made a history and turned a independent film into a franchise, because they're going to come out with number 3. And I don't know. I would actually have to say for Terrifier 2, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It could have been cut a little bit shorter. And it was a little bit too gory. But that being said, 8 out of 10. Now, I also saw Black Adam, in which I watched Critical Drinker. So I'm a big fan of Critical Drinker. And I was hearing that he said it was actually okay. Wasn't great, but it was okay. And here, I agree with that. The Rock actually did a really good job. The characters were really... You liked the characters. You got invested in the characters. The writing is a little bit messy, but DC is kind of far behind. Marvel's way ahead. But DC is actually starting to develop a more I don't know. Their movies, I seem to like them now. Aquaman, I really like that movie. And Aquaman isn't as powerful as Superman or Batman. But it makes me kind of want to see Shazam and see what that's like. But Black Adam is a villain in the comics, but in this movie, he's an anti-hero. And he is someone who, in lack of better terms, he's someone who goes and, he's Shazam's enemy. And he has a lot of rage from something that happened in the past. Now, the good points about it are that The Rock was really excellent in it. It was kind of funny. You can see a lot of copy off of some characters, though, like Cyclone. A character we've never heard of is kind of like Storm from X-Men. The Smasher is like a combination of Ant-Man and Deadpool. Birdman, now that's a character that is his own character, but is kind of the leader. And Dr. Fate, which is basically Doctor Strange. They have some different powers, but it's basically Doctor Strange. And they have to go in to this one town because Black Adam woke up and he came out and he is on a vengeful spree. Because he was woken up. And he was getting revenge. So he really wasn't trying to set out to do... And he wasn't wanting to be a hero or a villain. He just was setting out for revenge. And they trapped him in there, the wizards, in this prison. And this girl, this woman, she goes and resurrects him. And she has her and her brother, the other crew that they're with, pretty much die except for one guy. And her and her brother are basically resurrect this guy, and he comes back and he helps him out. And she kind of changes his mind, turns him into a hero a little bit. So Black Adam is kind of now more of he's a hero, but not a hero like Superman. And I'm not going to tell you the surprise ending. It was interesting. But DC, if you're going to do this, I might be on board. I might be on board for what you have to offer. Because right now, Marvel is it's losing steam. There are two good... I haven't seen too many movies or shows, like, of the new ones. The only ones I've seen are Spider-Man, No Way Home, which was a 10 out of 10 for me. That is how a Spider-Man movie should be. Every Spider-Man was good in there. Even Tom Holland. I enjoyed that. I haven't seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever yet. I do want to see it, but I haven't seen it yet. And I kind of want to, if I see it, I do want to do a kind of Black Adam versus Black Panther. Which one is better? Black Adam is 2 hours and 5 minutes. Black Panther is like 2 hours and... it's almost 3 hours. But I haven't seen Black Panther yet, so... I want to, but... will I see it? I don't know. In any case, that's part 1 of my movie news. So, this is part 2.